Hello and welcome to another session on harvesting happiness. In this session, I'm going to talk about whether high protein weight loss drinks really do you good or not. The concept of these high protein weight loss drinks is that when you take a high protein diet, you feel that your stomach is full and you're not hungry. When you're not hungry, you don't feel like eating, so that way you can lose weight. But the point is, taking a high protein diet has two consequences. One, such a high protein diet is going to increase the pressure on your kidneys. The role of proteins comes after carbohydrates. When you look at a standardized Indian diet, the first thing that you have in it is carbohydrate, and then you have protein, and the protein source is the content of protein is always lesser than that of carbohydrate. And this has been standardized according to the requirements of the body. So a very high protein diet will pressurize the kidneys, and in the long run, this high protein diet is going to damage the kidneys. And the second important point is when you take such a high protein diet and then you don't take sufficient amount of water, it will lead to constipation. And constipation, which is not just mild, but very severe constipation. So you should have more of fiber in your diet. If you want to lose weight, there should be more of fiber in your diet. Because it is not going to be assimilated, it is not going to add to your body weight. It will just be removed out of the body. More of fiber will fill your stomach, at the same time it will not add to the weight. So high protein diet in terms of sprouts or other nuts and all is different from depending completely on a high protein drink. You get powders in the market, which are just to be mixed with either water or milk, and you have to consume that. So most of these drinks are also not approved. So before you get into these myths, before you get into these frauds, please check whether the content that you are taking into your body is approved or not, is tested in the lab, it is safe or not. Every day you have someone coming up with a product and claiming that consuming this can reduce the weight. If you want to lose weight, you have to reduce the intake of the oily food. Fat consumption should go down. Carbohydrate consumption should be moderate. You cannot completely avoid carbohydrates in your diet because glucose is the only fuel which the brain can use under non-starvation conditions. For such a highly developed animal as a human being, the brain has to continuously work and it has to depend on glucose for its functioning. So you cannot completely avoid carbohydrates. You can, of course, reduce the content. And the simple rule that you can follow is eat only when you're hungry. Just eat when you're hungry, and when you're not hungry, don't eat. And preferably eat steamed food, eat more of raw vegetables and more of fruits. Taking fruits, increasing the fruit intake in your diet will reduce your weight, even if you don't reduce any other stuff. Just by increasing the fruit intake, you can actually reduce the weight. I have seen this, having implemented it, I have seen it really works. And a little physical activity, which will tone up your muscles and make you look good and feel good. So go by the standardized protocols which are given in the Vedic literature, what should be eaten, when it should be eaten. There are certain prescriptions in the Vedic literature as to on which day should you eat which cereal or pulse or grain. So accordingly, you can standardize your diet. Those of you who are watching my channel for the first time, I have another channel titled Cosmic Torch, where I speak about astrology and related aspects. There I have posted a video on which day of the week, what is the food stuff that you must eat to keep yourself healthy. So those of you who are new to this channel, please do subscribe to Cosmic Torch as well.